Today we are talking weight loss. Weight loss happens for different people using various methods. And of course, we are all different. We all have various ailments and conditions that can change the way our bodies work and function. Some things that might have an effect on your weight loss are conditions like insulin resistance, diabetes, even a slow or changing metabolism. Now, I'm presuming you're watching this video because you feel stuck in your current weight loss journey. Maybe you've changed your diet, you've started exercising, and you've gotten into some really great habits, but weight isn't dropping as much as it used to. And believe it or not, that's actually pretty normal. Our bodies are so smart. Our bodies are constantly predicting what we're doing and adjusting as it needs to conserve energy, to stay stable, and just to stay safe. So in the first few weeks of a new lifestyle change where you've changed your diet and you've started exercising, you'll see some really quick weight loss. You've cut out all that fast food and you're eating at home way more. And maybe you went from just trying to get 10,000 steps in per day to actually going to the gym or going for a jog outside. And this is an exciting time when the scale starts to move and it's reassuring that you're doing something right. So that motivates you to keep going, right? So what's actually happening during that time is that your body is not getting enough calories from what you're eating. So say you're eating maybe 1,600 calories a day now, and maybe your body needs 2,000 calories a day to support your current lifestyle with all your exercising and all the movement that you do during the day. So your body is getting those extra calories that it needs from glycogen storages. And remember, your body stores extra glucose that it doesn't use right then, right after a meal. It stores it for future use. It stores it in your liver, in your muscles, and in your fat cells. So once you cut calories from your diet, your body is no longer getting enough calories from food alone, so it starts burning through those glycogen storages in your body. When glycogen is burned for energy, it actually releases water. So the drastic weight loss that you see when you first start your diet is partially water weight. It's not completely, but it is partially. So that's the explanation for the first few weeks of big weight changes. But you're doing it right. This is all normal. Now, as time goes on and you keep eating less than you burn in a day, your body keeps using calories that it has stored in your body. So this is what you wanted. This is good. You're losing weight and you're losing fat. The scale is moving in the right direction. This is all great. But the truth is that you're losing both fat and muscle, especially if your diet isn't exactly what your body needs. And we can get into that later, but there are things called macronutrients, which serves your body in different functions. And so if you're not balancing what you're eating with the right macronutrients, you may also be burning muscle at the same time that you're burning your fat cells. So either way, the scale is moving, but now it's slowed down. What has most likely happened is that your metabolism has changed. Your metabolism is the rate that your body changes food and drink into energy. And your metabolism is directed by the amount of muscle in your body. So think about it. The more muscle cells you have, the more glucose you need to keep them working. As you can imagine, the opposite is also true. If you start losing muscle, your metabolism slows down. This means that your body used to burn, say, 1,500 calories a day, and you might now burn 1,400 calories a day. So the plan that worked for you before is not going to work anymore. Now you need to find a new plan. So what are you going to do? Well, you could increase your physical activity. You can decrease your calories even more, or you can increase your metabolism. So option one, you could try increasing your physical activity. The problem with this is most of us are already working out regularly, say 5 days a week. And the option for adding even more exercise on top of that, A, it's not good for your body and the strain that you're putting it under, and B, it's just not possible to fit into your schedule. So maybe you feel like you're already doing enough physical activity and you just can't do any more in your day or in your week. So our next option 2, was to decrease calories even more. And I say this very cautiously. I do not suggest dropping calories continually to keep your body in a mode of starvation. The truth is, it really is not a good option to decrease caloric intake much more than you did initially when you started your weight loss journey. What I mean by this is, if you're already eating less than 1,500 calories per day on that initial plan that you started, you really shouldn't cut anymore. Your best bet is actually option 3, to increase your metabolism and increase your muscle mass. This means taking a break from focusing on weight loss and consider gaining some muscle. This is not easy to do by yourself without the help of a coach or a nutritionist because it takes a lot of planning, but the concept is you increase your muscle mass to increase the metabolism. This is just considered a phase of your weight loss or your dieting or your health journey. It is often difficult for some people because it looks like increasing your calories, specifically the amount of protein, which is one of those macronutrients that I mentioned earlier. You increase the protein you consume, and then if you're still looking to lose more weight after you've put on some muscle mass, you can revisit the diet or that calorie deficit in the future. Again, this is not easy to do by yourself, but it can be done with some research and some planning. Actually, a lot of planning. So overall, it's important to note that dieting and weight loss and the health journey that you're on, everyone's health journey in general are so complex. They are never linear, so they're never just going to go in one straight line in one straight direction without any bumps or changes in the road. So it's really important to remember that this is a lifestyle. But once you get it, once you see that you can live happily at a comfortable weight, eating whole foods and enjoying occasional treats without guilt or regret, your whole life will change. So changes in diet and changes in exercise plans, they don't have to be complicated, but it's not always easy managing it on your own, like I've said. You may consider speaking with a coach to help you. A coach, whether it be a fitness coach or a nutrition coach, they can reevaluate your current plan. They can help you make some changes and also just keep you accountable to the new changes because it might be difficult at first. The coach can also give you pointers on what you're eating and suggest ways to maximize fat loss and minimize muscle loss. And actually, having a coach is especially helpful when trying to build muscle. For many people who are new to the fitness world, the idea of strength training to build muscle can be really scary and overwhelming. Having a trainer or a coach there who can give you a plan, and they can really be helpful for when you get to a gym and you have no idea what to do. This plan to increase your metabolism is also a mindset shift for a lot of people. You go from wanting to lose weight and see the number on the scale getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and turning to actually eating more food and gaining muscle, and the number on the scale may actually go up. And this certainly can be difficult for some people to deal with. So having a coach there will help you see the long-term goals of a plan like this, and they'll keep you focused on your lifestyle success and not just those micro successes like the scale changing in number. Like I always say, there is way more to life than the number on a scale. We should be focusing on weight loss as a goal in order to move better, feel confident when we walk out the door, and live a full life with your friends and your family. Now, maybe you're sitting there and you don't have money to pay a coach. And maybe you're already eating pretty low calories and you can't drop any lower. And you're so busy you can't fit another workout into your week. Okay, so now what? Well, let's look at some other factors that may be contributing to your health. What else is going on in regards to your wellness? Things like, how is your water intake? Are you drinking enough water? Did you know that only 20% of Americans are drinking enough water in a day? According to the National Academy of Medicine in the US, approximately 2,700 milliliters a day is what's recommended for women, and 3,700 milliliters per day is what's recommended for men. That's about 5 16-ounce water bottles a day for women and roughly 7 water bottles for men. If you're not drinking enough, this could be contributing to a lack of fat burning, to poor muscle recovery, more intense food cravings because your body is actually dehydrated and trying to send you signals to drink more water, but some can mistake that for being hungry or craving certain foods. It can even contribute to poor kidney function, which is how the body gets rid of its waste. So check in on your water intake. Make sure that you are drinking enough water. And now what about your sleep? Is your sleep good quality sleep? Are you waking up feeling rejuvenated, or are you feeling fatigued and unrested when you get up in the morning? Some key factors to getting good sleep are limiting screen time prior to your bed, putting that phone down before you even get into bed, turning off that dreaded blue light. It is so important for you before you sleep. Studies from the Sleep Foundation have found that exposing your eyes to blue light before bed tricks our body into thinking that it's still daytime. The blue light actually limits the release of melatonin in our brains, keeping us awake for longer and disrupting our circadian rhythm. It's also important to limit caffeine and alcohol prior to your bedtime. These are stimulants that can have lasting effects for hours after you consume them. And while alcohol may make you initially feel sleepy, it is sure to disrupt your sleep later on in your cycle. So if you're struggling with your weight loss journey and your sleep isn't good, take a deeper look there. Talk to your doctor if your sleep is extremely irregular and you're regularly struggling with poor sleep. The last thing I'll mention is stress. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to cut out stress from your life. Obviously, that's impossible. So no, that's not what I'm saying, but I do think we can find ways to relieve stress or even to do some internal work on ourselves to change our response to stress. I know for me personally, stress used to be a huge trigger for me breaking my healthy eating habits. And I would grab something crunchy or something sweet just to calm my nerves and take my mind off of whatever was stressing me out. This is certainly easier said than done, but if you feel like you live in an extremely stressful environment, if your career is extremely stressful or your home life is very stressful, I do suggest looking into ways to manage it. Certain forms of exercise can relieve stress for people. Also, meditation is a good one. Reading is also extremely beneficial for some. Just setting aside some time for yourself to reflect, to feel gratitude, to journal, whatever it may be, finding outlets for stress relief will absolutely help with your lifestyle goal of living at a healthy, comfortable weight. So, that's a lot, but that's all I have for you today. Share your thoughts with me in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see next. And until then, be well. I'll see you next time.